Hi, my name is Jay Leman. I'm a huge fan of the infinite banking concept taught by Jake Chesney. Jake Chesney approached me 4 or 5 years ago and asked me who the banker of my life is. I had no idea what that question meant, but over the next coming weeks and months, over a number of conversations and me peppering Jake with questions, I realized that I was not the banker of my life, and I needed to get that under control because if you can become the banker of your life through the infinite banking concept using some of the products that Jake sells, it can be a big advantage for you. So let me just tell you why I love the infinite banking concept, why I love to be the banker of my life, which those are the same things. Number one is the tax advantages. First of all, there's only three ways to really grow your wealth tax-free: Roth IRA, municipal bonds, and life insurance. Roth IRA, unfortunately, you get penalized unless you take it out during a certain time, 59 and a half to 70 and a half. If it's not taken out during those times, you'll be penalized. Municipal bonds, I think the returns on that are just not where it needs to be, probably 3%. It is tax-free growth, so that's good. But I like that in life insurance, you can have a 4 to 6% growth in your cash value year over year. And that's all tax-free growth. So it's about the same as a 7 to 8.5% investment that is taxed. And also the death benefit's tax-free. So that when you pass on, all that death benefit is passed on tax-free to your loved ones. Number two, I love it as investment capital. A lot of people only talk about death benefit when it comes to life insurance. I really think that financing for most people, for people that live to 70, 80, 90 years old, is actually more important than death benefit. And I think the financing ability that the infinite banking concept allows you to have is what makes it truly special and unique. I've used it for hard money lending. I've lent it to other investors at a much higher interest rate and made a profit from that. I've also used it to invest in other investments outside of infinite banking, outside of the stock market, stuff that I look into. I think that's a good place to put my money. Lastly, I've used it to pay off things that I want to buy. Like I bought a minivan because I have 3 children and a wife, and we needed a minivan. So I used some of my capital from my cash value inside of my policy to pay off the minivan in full. And I've just used it. It's very flexible. It's my cash is there, but it's safe. And the biggest thing is this: is I have an investment that goes up every year, that grows at 4 to 6% tax free, that I can access at any time that I want, no strings attached, with no penalties, and it gives me tremendous flexibility, tremendous peace of mind. And lastly, although I like the financing more than the death benefit's a bonus, right? I mean, if this is done right, and I bought policies on all my children, I bought a policy on my wife, I bought a policy on me. If it's done right and they're invested in properly, and it's critical that you have a specialist that knows how to formulate and actually design these policies in the most efficient way possible, which Jake does that. And what I love is that if you actually follow this, the moment one policy, one death benefit hits, if you teach people how to reinvest that death benefit to create more infinite banking policies within families, it can become a perpetual stream of wealth and income and protection for you, your loved ones, and your families. But you got to think long term. This is not a short-term solution. This is a 30, 40, 50, 60, 70-year solution. Because let's be easy. Let's be real. I mean, usually stuff that's easy is pretty sleazy, and stuff that's pretty quick and easy is cheesy. But the long-term stuff is where you always win. If you can have the vision for the long term, I know that you'll love the infinite banking concept. Take care.